How much time we got?
Yesterday, for further consultations with his government, he returned to the Vienna. This is Ed Fletcher in Vienna.
Take 2, Q Howard.
Oh! I'm freaking pumped! I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day!
Who'd win in a wrestling match, Lemmy or God?
Lemmy. God.
Wrong, dickhead. Trick question. Lemmy is God. Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
That is what I just said.
You just said what?
I did not say what. I said you.
That's what I'm asking you.
And you is answering.
Shut up!
I never heard of most of them. Who are these fucking guys?
I thought you'd never ask.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!"
Gotta get that nutrition in you, bro.
I haven't eaten much all day, and I just got back from the gym, so it's happening.
Was today leg day?
Yes.
Because if you want to count the wrinkles in her chocolate starfish, gotta pump your legs.
What a night! What a night!
Crazy that we didn't even know what the hell he was talking about.
And it was just as hilarious then as it is now.
Right. No idea.
I just wanted to show you guys useless talent number 397. I'm able to peel an orange in one piece.
Man, that's
Everybody always gets little chunks of like orange peel. Like I could do it in just one piece.
Oh, that's pretty badass. I can't do that.
I can do it with a banana.
It's also Sumeru Mandarin season. I was telling these guys earlier. They only come around like once a year. They're the best oranges.
Man. Therein lies the conversation. Where are the best oranges you've ever had?
Called Sumo Mandarins. You can get them
sumo. Does that mean that they're large?
Yeah. Well, basically, what they are is they're like the little cuties that you normally get.
Yeah.
They're huge versions. They're that big versions of the same thing. So they're like the size of navel oranges, but they taste like little mandarin oranges.
Fair enough.
That sounds pretty badass.
Well, they're awesome. But like I said, they only come around in like December, January. You can't find them in the summer. Which way? Do you ever think about that? Like, if you were able to talk to an ancestor of yours from like even like 200-300 years ago, and be like, "Oh yeah, I can eat an orange any day of the year I want. I can get a fresh orange whenever I want. Oh yeah, I can get apples any time of year whatsoever." You know what I mean? You ever think how weird that would be to them? Like how much like even the poorest of us really kind of lives like royalty did a couple hundred years ago. You know, what if one of your ancestors from 1,000 years ago comes into your kitchen and sees you got a spice rack full of spices from every corner of the world? You know, I don't know. Just
that would be
like as much as things like we're actually doing pretty good because I'm eating an orange in the beginning of February.
Not bad. I had crawfish before February, and that's something because they don't really start getting big until next month. But they were plenty big. They were mixed. What was that big fish down in Grapevine? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blood in the Water Podcast, episode 13. If you're just joining us, and welcome to the crew. We are Deadwood Revival.
Yo.
So,
if you want to know who everybody is, comment in the section and start asking questions. Otherwise, figure it out.
I can't do crawdads, man. I can't eat crawdads.
My name's Bob Ross. Below me is Simmons Justin. Top right corner is Corey Capers. And
It's weird on all types of levels.
yeah, Aaron Lee down there in the bottom right.
Nice.
Aaron Lee.
Device.
Aaron Lee. God.
There's something to that.
That's actually not bad, dude.
Right?
Aaron Lee, AC Lee.
I'll take it.
Yeah, right.
Was that Sarah laughing in the background?
Yeah,
like,
I see.
No,
I
it
get
is
it.
not his name.
That's a dog coming after oranges.
No.
Remember the first time you guys saw her, and now she's able to hop up there?
She's getting
I
big.
know, she's getting huge.
Run off with one of my shoes. Okay, good. She didn't. Sweet. Shut the damn door.
What's new, man? What's new in the world? How's everybody's week going so far? We're at Tuesday. How was the last week been?
Pretty good. Pretty darn good. I got a fresh mowed lawn. And I don't know how I did it, but I have the greenest lawn on the street.
You don't have any trees, homeboy. You cut them all down.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Dude, I had an interesting week last week. I had a gig where I subbed for another one of my bass player friends. It was a Broadway musical. Like I was playing in a pit. It was a musical I'd never heard of called Bright Star. And I know, go on. I know. It was a bluegrass musical. Like it was all bluegrass, but it was all written by Steve Martin and Edie Brickell. And it was actually really, really good. Like my first, instinct was to be like, "Oh, this is stupid," but just Steve Martin knows how to play the banjo pretty damn good.
Yeah, he does.
They wrote some really good stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but that was the highlight of my week last week. And then I'm playing the Newsies next week.
Another musical?
Yeah, that Disney musical, the Newsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you like nonstop, like every other Disney musical?
Yeah, well, yeah. But it's bass guitar, so it's super easy.
Okay.
Like anything that's like all bass guitar, I can just kind of fall half asleep during and just autopilot through it.
Yeah, I can't do that on the percussion side of things. Not for Disney shits. Them things are moving.
Yeah, right.
What else has been going on, AC? What'd you up to this week?
I drummed for a DJ named Kygo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a world touring DJ. Did a gig for him in Austin a little while back. Then some like 50-year-old dude was turning 50, celebrated at the Echo Lounge in Dallas, and hired us back. So we went and drummed for him, did a little performance. Right. Yep, there you go.
Right on cue every time.
Right before we hit the stage, though, we all got the news about Luca.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, like, literally, like, right before we start heading out, like, all right, here we go, boys, put the drums on. Bzz, 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 bzz.
Yeah.
And that pretty much, like, took up the rest of the weekend.
What
happened? Was it something about sports?
Oh,
well, even if you're not into sports, like, this is one of the craziest fucking trades that there's ever been. Like,
Literally.
ever. Like, this will go down in history as one of the worst fucking ideas ever to ever hit. Like, I don't know. I hate basketball. You want to talk about football or hockey? I got you. But basketball, I could care less. And even I was like, what the hell is going on? And I looked into it. I was like, holy shit. And then I talked to AC about it, and he explained it to me. I was like, man, good Lord. That'd have been like the Yankees back in the day, like just trading Babe Ruth for no apparent reason. What are you doing?
They would have traded Babe Ruth because he was fat.
So they're not getting anything out of it?
They made a trade for it, but the trade, like what they got back in value was nowhere near what you would want for a franchise player.
There's Glenda coming in hot.
Seriously,
Ooh, sports ball.
Like, I have no idea what the hell these guys are talking about, Glenda. I'm totally with you.
No, it's all good. It's just like it would be the equivalent of, like, say if we were to ever like trade you away for, like, I don't know,
A lesser bass player.
not even a lesser bass player, but like somebody you play, it would be somebody of a different instrument, like, because it's a different position entirely.
It would not, okay, here's the equivalent. It's literally like taking somebody like AC and then trading him for a guy that's only kick and snare.
Which I could do that for the record.
Right. Well, we fucking know, but what I'm getting at is like there will be nothing else. It'll be kick and snare. Give me a fucking monitor. I don't want to listen to your ears, and I'm not playing to your loop station.
That sounds like trading a fiddle player for a
Didn't we play that with that guy down in College Station?
Shut up. Don't even bring it up. He makes our fucking merch. Love that guy. Still one of my good friends.
That's good.
So we came out of, we had the Dallas Entertainment Awards, and we were nominated for Best Single and Best Bass Player and Best Drummer. And now we're coming out of that week into the TCMAs and being nominated for Best Merch in Texas. So if you guys haven't voted for that, please do go over on any one of the sites we have. The link is on there for you to vote. It's saying, it's got this thing where it's saying you have to be a member. You don't have to be a member. You just put, I'm not a member, and then move on.
Dude, and speaking of merch, we got to give a shout out to, I know she's my wife, but she does awesome. Sarah, with all the design on that merch.
Yeah,
man, she did great.
You're the shit. Every single time that you've done something for us, you've knocked it out of the park. Every single time. Thank you,
absolutely.
I'm talking about, I'm one of those dudes that I know how good I am, and I'll say it all my life, man. That woman is totally out of my league. And I love watching her do art just because my mind has never been like that. Like, I couldn't, like, have a blank space and then draw something on her. That's just not the way my mind works and the way she does it. But she's, okay, this is the interesting, when you guys tell me this, because she's brought this up to me. Do you guys have an inner monologue? Like, in your head, do you do you hear, like, because the way she described it was like you hear her talking in her head, like when she has a thought, it's in words like that she hears in her head. Do you guys have an inner monologue?
Correct. Yes.
You do?
100%.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Corey, do you have an inner monologue?
Yeah, I said I have 3.
AC?
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah.
It's just like talking to yourself.
I don't do it. I don't hear. I don't have an inner monologue at all. I don't understand the concept. Like, I talk out loud to myself sometimes. Like, when
I do that too.
But
I'll say shit while I'm walking down the hallway. I'm like, okay, I need to get this fucking done, and then I'm gonna go over here. Like, I'm like somebody standing right next to me. I'm talking to them, like telling them what I'm gonna go do.
Man, because even when I'm thinking of a word, like, I don't hear the word. Like, I can visualize it and see the word. Like, if I'm thinking like onomatopoeia, I don't hear the word onomatopoeia. I see it. I don't know. Just no inner dialogue for this guy.
Still on AOL. Key in the hole. We're in now.
No, man. I like, for me, it's more like there's.
I don't have one, Linda.
There's always a voice that tells me like one always tells me that I suck. And it's like it's the worst like imposter syndrome ever, and like I'm never gonna be good enough, so I might as well just stay in a practice room and practice. And that's literally how I like silence that voice, is I just go and practice for ever and a day.
So that voice has words. That voice like says words inside your head.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. I have the same thing for guitar.
Like, I have those feelings. I have those feelings all the time. Like, I have thoughts, but I never hear them in my head. That's
like when we get off from like a really good fucking banger ass show, and I know that I've done something on the guitar in a lead riff that I haven't normally done. I'll, in my head, I'm going, man, that was really fucking badass. But then the next show, the monologue running in my head is, you're never gonna top that. There's like a dude just sitting there going, you're never gonna fucking top that. Why even try? And it, like, I start doubting myself, and then I go past that and challenge myself to get better.
That's so weird, because I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, I totally get that, but with me, there's no words involved. Like, in my head, there's no words. It's like I get the feeling of, inadequacy, imposter syndrome, or being proud of myself or something. Like, I totally understand. But you people that have an inner monologue, you fascinate me. That's
Glenda's asking this.
No, I don't. So whenever I read a book, I actually, maybe okay. So I could maybe you know what, Glenda, you're right. When I read a book,
Dang, Glenda.
if
Good
I
question.
try, I make characters in my head. So
There you go.
Voice.
It's
So
the same thing.
when I
It's
read
the same thing.
like I heard Tyler Durden, you know what I mean? But as far as like in my regular day, so that's what it's like. You're just like hearing a book in your head.
Pretty much.
Yeah, man, it's border like I'm pretty much I consider like I'm just a bit psychotic.
We all are. We're
people
musicians.
Yeah, people say the same thing about Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan used to have like full on. It's another sports ball guy. Had a full on monologue, like of things that he made up that people said, so that it would motivate him to drop like 40, 50 points on somebody and just like kill somebody on the court.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you another person who has this. We were talking about this on a podcast the other day. John Mayer. John Mayer is horribly bad at it to a point where he'll punish himself, and he gets down to where he'll get off stage and he thinks about his guitar playing. It's the same thing. When I heard him talk about it, I was like, dude, I know exactly what this dude's saying. That's exactly what I go through. And he's talking about what he did as a musician, and how like this thing in his head is talking to him, and then he's fighting it basically. He's battling this thing, and it's something that a lot of people deal with. I mean, Corey's got 3 dudes running around inside his head.
You don't think having thoughts like that a little bit, like, kind of is like a bit of a love suck sometimes, though? In a sense that, like one of my favorite quotes about music is like, music is man's way to decorate time. And it's like, if I go like, hey, you guys all know, nobody's ever played a perfect show. Perfect show, I think, is something that's impossible. Like, if I did, I would expect to have a heart attack and die right there immediately. So with that in mind, I think more about like, yeah, I make mistakes and I make them often, but like, Beethoven said, mistakes are common, but it is unforgivable to play without passion. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because I fuck up and I'm like, but I never have that thing where I like be like, oh, I suck, I'll never do this again or stuff like that. I'd be like, yeah, that was a rough one, but like I always say with my students, mark of a good musician has nothing to do with how few mistakes you make. It has everything to do with how fast you recover from the mistakes that you do make.
Right.
I'm like, did I recover? Okay, but yeah, I definitely don't think you guys should be beating yourselves up. That's for sure.
Shout out to Rodney Beller for joining in the podcast with us today. What's up, buddy?
It's just a thing that happens. Like I don't at this point it's more of like a motivating tool. Like at least that's how I've utilized the voice at this point.
Yep, you're right.
It's just the unwritten thing that makes me want to get better.
Totally. 100%.
Yeah, it's a bit psychotic, I believe, because there is a whole voice that's literally talking to me, telling me I can't do things.
I disagree, man. I don't think it's psychotic at all. I think that's just
it absolutely is psychotic.
I don't think it is.
Actually,
you're thinking about stuff and you're talking to yourself. It's a normal thing.
No, if a voice told you to go kill somebody and you went and killed somebody and took it to court and said, I'm hearing voices that said I needed to kill this person, they're going to think you're psychotic.
Actually,
if you act on stupid fucking, those are thoughts that go through your brain, and if you're thinking that, then there's something else other than a voice in your head.
I see you're definitely fucked up, but it's not psychosis. It's you're delusional. Psychosis means you lack the human ability to empathize with people. Like it's schizoaffective delirium that that delusional that makes you hear things that aren't there. So.
Okay, what I'm trying to say there.
Craig comes out. Craig says I do it all the time at work, and it is true, man, because it does. It comes out constantly in work, especially in work. So what Sarah is saying is she's got a monologue in her head while she's doing art.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so when you're in a creative mind and you're trying to create something, you're having a conversation between the hand that's drawing the thing or the hands that are doing something. Your brain's trying to compute that, and you're talking to yourself about it. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. No, don't do it this way. Do it this way. That is a normal thing, man. But some people, it is a real thing. Like Linda said, that it's a real thing that some people don't have it. And it is a real thing. So, there's black and white to that.
I find you guys very fascinating. Like I don't like like Glenda helped me make real good sense of it. Like just like when I read a book, I can hear it. Like when I read a book, I hear it. But any time when I'm not reading a book, no, not at all.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
Weird. Hey, so I got my trivia question.
Okay, lay it on us.
Okay. It's real simple. Now, this is something that anybody could Google. So if anybody answers in like the next 30 seconds, I'll think you're lying and you're going to Google. But the question is how many children did Johann Sebastian Bach have? You want me to answer already?
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Someone's got to answer that.
That's my question. Is how many children did Johann Sebastian Bach have? And the bonus to that is how many of them.
Craig says 10. No.
No.
That's literally the magical number I was thinking. Is like that's just enough to be like, damn, dog. That poor
no.
How many kids did Johann Sebastian Bach have?
Yeah.
Glenda says 6.
Nope.
I'm going to go with 17.
No.
That poor vagina.
25.
No. I'm going with 0.
Tell me when you want to answer, and then we can do it like this too. So, bonus question is how many did he have? The bonus question is how many lived? Because you remember the odds back then were pretty bad.
Oh, fuck yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Now you're pausing out for some reason. Oh, now you're back. I don't know.
Well,
fam, look that up, man. Leave it in the comments. Let us know how many kids is what? Goddamn, now I can't say his name.
Bach.
Johann Sebastian Bach.
Bach.
Bach. Bach.
The cool thing was he had some kids that were pretty prolific composers as well. Like he had one of the kids, Wilhelm Friedrich Bach. He wrote some cool stuff for the bass.
Here's another question to add to the list of questions. What is something that we use in everyday life that is really close to what we do that helps improve your memory and make it easier to remember things? What is something that we use every single day that helps improve your memory and remembering things?
We as in like us.
We as a human race do it every single day, and 95% of humans do this.
Can I say my answer?
No, we want people to put it in the comments if we answer it for them. But if nobody gets it, like within 5 minutes, Glenda says 14 to your question, Bob, and Sapphire Gaming says 20. I Googled though, so I cheated.
Yeah. So there you go. There we go.
Good Lord.
Sapphire, you are awarded.
Wait, is this
nothing
because
you cheated? You gotta ask.
Yeah. So yes, it is 20. But then how many lived?
How many of them lived?
Was that all with
lived like for the rest of the like a lifespan, like 60
survived
years?
To adulthood. Yeah.
Okay.
Survived to adulthood. It's actually I'll be cool. Technically, somebody's already gotten this answer.
15 years?
No. It's Craig. Craig got it.
Oh, 10 years.
Yeah.
Really? So they only lived like for 10 years?
No, only 10 of his 20.
Oh.
Adulthood. Yeah.
Oh, this is Eric Brown watching on his daughter's account. You cheapskate.
You cheated, so you are forever Sapphire.
Here's Valen Torres. Hi guys, y'all rock. Come back to Sawyer. We will soon. We will. So yeah. So the question is, what is something that 95% of humans use every day that helps your memory and remembering things? Do 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 do. Look at that. We were on point. You keep looking back at your dog. I think you should let that pup in, man.
Man, hell no, that's not my dog.
Oh, I thought it was. He's cute.
I don't have a dog no more. Lost it in the divorce, fam.
Oh man, damn.
Way to bring up painful stuff.
Leighton says I can't remember. Well, yeah. Makes sense.
Maybe he doesn't do it.
When I tell you the answer, Leighton, it'll make that comment will make so much sense to everybody. We'll all die laughing. Paula Youngblood says that many died only a year to 3 years before they died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
After being born.
Yeah, she's exactly right.
Yep. No, Glenda, but you're close. You're close. What is something that helps the memory and helping remember things? 95% of humans do it every day. Every day.
I was going to say masturbate, but I don't think
no.
Masturbate.
If you study high, take the test high, you get high scores.
Oh my God. Really? Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
How high? Greatest movie ever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
What did though?
Uh-huh.
No, Paula, it's not make a list. It's not make a list. Glenda asked the same thing. Not make a list. 95% of humans do what every day to help with memory and remembering things? It's a good one.
I'm awful at this shit. If it ain't written down.
Eric Brown says Sebastian Bach has some weak ass sperm. Kids can't even make it past 3.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Eric's saying this. Meanwhile, his daughter's name is taking the brute for his comments. No, Leighton, it's not look up.
See, if less people did it, I would have said be a musician.
You're close.
Help with that.
You're that's close.
That's something that had to do with music.
I have no idea. My answer's gone.
It's funny how we don't think about this. Hum? No, it's not hum.
Listen to music?
That's it.
Okay.
Music helps the human brain to remember, and it also stops you from having Alzheimer's, dementia, the whole nine. It'll help to prevent that. By listening to music, you are memorizing a song subconsciously on purpose. You're just doing it. You might hear a song that you absolutely fucking hate, but you can remember the melody line in it, and it helps your brain every day. So the more music you listen to, helps you with your brain.
See,
this is why Leighton can't remember shit, because he never really listens to the music.
See, that's so weird to me. I have forgotten to do so many things because I started listening to music. Like, I need to call somebody, but then I turn on Spotify and oh shit, this album's fucking out. So I started listening to this album.
This is dope. I gotta listen.
An hour and a half later, it's oh shit, I was supposed to do something. Well, all right, off to the next.
What do you think, Corey? Just sitting back playing your guitar. He mutes us.
No, I'm not playing a guitar.
Look, no hands.
I thought you were meaning an item, and I was gonna go a clock.
Dude, speaking of which, I gotta tell you, since you guys like horror and kind of creepy
it's
stuff,
not a clock,
right? As far as
crap,
this one video called "Everywhere at the End of Time," and it was done by this artist. I'm trying to look up his name now, but it's done by this artist, and it's a 6-hour long album. It's just an album, right? And what it is it's a musical representation of the progression of Alzheimer's. And
oh my god,
dude, it's really I saw a synopsis.
Don't fucking laugh, motherfucker.
And what happens is it starts off really fucking cool, right, with old jazz tunes and stuff like that. But then it just slowly and just methodically gets more and more disjointed and creepy until at the end of it, it's just like white noise.
Oh yeah,
6 hours, but it's really good. It's creepy, but you should check it out if you're into that kind of stuff. It's called "Everywhere at the End of Time." You can get it on Facebook. That's a good one though.
Leighton was like, "Okay."
You're not into it, man. That's okay. They can't all be winners, dick.
I'm here for it. I was laughing at Glenda actually.
Fix a floor.
The ADHD AC.
Yeah. That's pretty spot on.
Here's another trivia question. What is the oldest known, and don't answer it, Bob, or none of us can answer this. But what is the oldest known musical instrument in history?
Oh, I know this one. I'll shut up. I know that one for sure.
Yeah. Do, 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 do. Goddamn, I got to get some Jeopardy music and put on, queued up on here. Gotta get that Jeopardy music.
Oh,
Your mouth.
Justin's mouth. Your mouth, son.
I got an old mouth. Thanks, babe. But no, that's not it.
I'd say you're pretty close though.
Spoons? Nope, that's not it either.
It's AC's face.
I what?
What the fuck? Your mom's a bat. Doesn't make any sense. Harp? No.
Glenda, dare I say you're close though?
Well.
Yeah, no,
okay, Leighton, you're close. Yes, it's a flute, but what kind of flute?
Yeah, made out of what?
Clinton's like, I just meant mouse in general, not yours specifically. Well, thanks.
Skin flute.
How do you know? How do you know? Yeah, skin flute. It's not skin flute. You put it in there. It's not skin flute. Damn. That was the case. It's been around since
man. As a
man.
percussion instrument with two notes.
No, it's not bamboo.
No. Good guess though.
Good guess,
I would have guessed, but
really
no.
Guess.
Skin flute.
It's
got a real flappy sound to it.
You got an alternator up there.
Really hit the B notes. Sounds great in D. Stupid. So stupid.
No, I did think like when they came up with that as the oldest one, I kind of took
I had to relook at it. Like I was like, really?
Well, because I would have thought it would have been some sort of like drum of some sort.
I still do. If we're being,
I think that would have been like first. But then again, this instrument, like I remember, like it's way older than society. It's like it's
totally.
Oh yeah, like that's yeah. I remember learning that in music history, but like at the same time, like in my head, I'm like, man, you mean to tell me?
Like people weren't going.
Yeah, right. I thought drums immediately. I was like, it has to be drums.
And I still do, if we're being completely honest.
Well, drums aren't musical instruments. Oh!
Bang! Hey, oh, hey.
There it is.
That was Staten Island shit. Yeah, it's a flute, but what was it made out of? The answer is correct. You're halfway there.
Yeah.
No, the answer is flute, but what was it made out of?
I don't think anybody's going to get that.
And we're right at the, what I found out too, so this year we're right at the year of like a year. So that's a third question. Nope, not wood, not hands. You're close. You're so close. Yeah, bones. Craig. There it is. Yep. Craig got it.
It's made out of cave bears.
Yeah, man. Sure was. Now, the other question to this is a three-part question. How many years ago does that date back?
Oh, I know that too.
And we're literally right on the money for it being an even number right now. Yeah, it was made out of bone.
Yep. Made out of cave bear thigh bone.
Yep.
Way up. Man.
Way past that, babe.
Way past that.
Way past that. We're
not quite.
Not quite. Lower.
Leighton's closer than Glenda.
Yeah.
But it's less. So I guess technically if it was Price is Right, Glenda would have won.
Totally.
Yeah.
Come on down. Come on down. Man, I was going to hook up this new... Nope, closer though, but still lower than that.
Well, and there's an estimate, because the estimates I heard is between blank and blank. Gives it a span of about 30,000 years between blank and blank.
For the one that they have on record that you could still physically touch, which, fuck, that's incredible. It's 40,000 years.
Nice.
Year 25 of 2025 made it 40,000 years. 40,000 years. Like, what the fuck? Where did they find this thing? Like, oh, look at here. Here's a bone in the. That's what I want to know is where the hell they get it.
Probably from a cave. Probably from like a cave in France.
Yeah.
On this day, on February 4th, 1978, the Bee Gees kicked off a 4-week run at the top of the Billboard 100 with Staying Alive.
Huh.
It's one of AC's favorite bands.
I like the Bee
I do
Gees.
like the Bee Gees.
He wakes up in the morning just staying alive, staying alive. Don't have my dog, but I'm staying alive, staying alive.
Hey, just keep pouring salt in that motherfucker, dude. Damn.
Right? I miss that dog, man.
I miss that dog. I only met him a couple times.
Her.
Fucking horse. Okay, that her. I said a couple times.
Yeah, she was dope. She was dope. I miss that dog.
And now,
Like an Ocean's 11 like heist and get her back for you.
and now the mid-podcast news with Corey. Corey?
Well, the weather sucks. It's very cloudy today, or it was cloudy, but the weekend was nice.
It's gonna rain.
This rain
It's gonna rain. Why did I get
Leighton singing the Bee Gees? Squeezing my nuts, squeezing my nuts.
Okay, guys. So I had something. Can I bring up something?
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about we were talking about, hey, let's talk about something, right? And it's like the only weird stuff that it's all I call it fiction and fact from Bob's Almanac, right? And one of the things that I like to look into is like the origin of shit, right? Like where certain things come from, like the origin of shit, the word shit. Perhaps do you guys know where the word shit comes from?
No.
Nope.
So it comes from back in the 17th and 18th century, right? Everything was shipped in these big tall ships, right? And what they used as fuel for their lanterns was manure, right? They would put it and light on fire. But what would happen is they would ship it across the ocean way down in the bottom of the keel, right? Way down at the bottom, right? But as this manure, as it vaporized, right? The fumes that come off of it, that's straight up methane. So what would happen was the methane would build up down in the bottom and it would come up through the ship, ignite with the lantern, and boom, huge explosion, right?
Okay.
And so shit, it's an anagram for ship high in transit.
Huh.
Now, if that's not true, I don't care because in my head it is. Right? And so there's one more that I want to tell. If you guys already know, shut up. I'm sure the people out there would like to know, right? Do you know where this expression comes from?
Shooting the bird?
Yeah. Do you have you heard of where this expression comes from?
I know.
Yep, I'm gonna shut up now.
Huh?
Yes, and I'm gonna shut up now.
Okay.
Follow instructions.
Right. So this is a fun one that people out there should know. And again, if it's not true, it should be. So it goes all the way back to the 100 Years' War, right? This is between England and France, right? It actually lasted 113 years, but that doesn't matter. But during the time, this was the development of the English longbow, right? And the English longbow was really long, and it was the one thing because a fully armored knight with all of his stuff on, that stuff cost the equivalent of what a house would cost like today. Like knights were expensive and they were really hard to kill. And for the first time, you could get an illiterate yeoman from 300 yards away to and take down a knight. So it was a really feared piece of artillery, right? And it was made out of the yew tree, Y-E-W, right? And the yew tree had this really rubbery outside and a really strong inside, right? And so it was really good. And so they would call it, I'm plucking the yew, right? Because what you do is you take your middle finger, you grab it back, and then pop, pluck the yew, right? So anytime France would catch a British soldier, right, what they would do to make sure that they could never pluck the yew again was they would chop off the soldier's middle finger, right? They would do this throughout the entire war. So the end of the war comes. It's the Battle of Agincourt.
Excuse you.
It's that Shakespeare, the Henry V, once more into the breach, you merry band of brothers, right? That thing, right? Well, the Battle of Agincourt, you've got 20,000 Frenchmen, Okay, and you only got 5,000 Englishmen, right? And right before the battle, the French, they were like, "Oh, laissez-les, bon temps, roulez." They thought they had it, right? Because I mean, dude, there's hardly any Englishmen, but the English, they had to fight and they were in it, right? And so, anyways, the battle happens and the Brits win. The Brits won. They were rounding up all the French ones. And as they did, as they were taking all these prisoners, the guys would go, "Look, I can still pluck me you. I can still pluck me you." And then eventually drop the PL, anglicize it, turn it into an F, and it becomes fuck you. Now, if that's not true, I totally think it is to me now. Because it's better than whatever lame story actually happened. And when it comes down to reality, print the legend, and the legend eventually becomes fact.
Okay.
So that's fact for me.
All right. Facts from Bob.
There you go.
Yeah.
I digs.
Facts from Bob, everybody. That was Bob's fact of the day. AC, what you got for us, bud?
How does one follow that?
Well, you start by talking.
All right, fair enough. So, I had a thought this week, and it wasn't anything like extraordinary, but it's one of those like, let's get to know everybody a little bit better. Like, and I thought like I watch a lot of TV shows in my downtime, which I don't have much of, but when I do, it's movie wise, they're very selective. And I realized like, man, I pretty much rotate through like 3 directors. So I was wondering, like, who are you guys as, like, I wouldn't say, like, top 3, but if you had to pick 3 of your favorite directors, who would they be? Like, for me, it would easily be Tarantino, Kevin Smith, and Christopher Nolan.
I mean, you just named my 3, but I would throw Steven Spielberg in there.
So that wouldn't be your 3, because you would have Steven Spielberg in there.
I would take out the first one and go with the other 2. Kevin Smith and Nolan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that directed all those sword and sandal movies, like the Gladiator movies and Kingdom of Heaven? Who's that? Ridley Scott.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Ridley Scott.
Solid. Very solid.
Quentin Tarantino's a jerk, so even though he makes cool movies, I don't like him. I actually got to meet him once. I met Quentin Tarantino on the same day that I almost killed Mr. Bean.
Wait, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, I totally did. I got that. That's a story I can tell too. I ever told you about the time I almost killed Mr. Bean?
You told me about it.
Yeah, I thought I did. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've never heard that really sad story.
That's Ridley Scott and George Lucas and the Wachowski brothers.
Ooh, solid.
Yeah.
What about you there, Core?
Man, I guess Tim Burton, he made an impact on my generation.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Solid.
Generation of mine. Damn it.
Yeah, no, they're on the spot, right?
No. Who directed
Yes.
all the freaking Nightmare of Elm Street movies?
Oh, God, I should know this.
Sure you-
Wes Craven.
Yeah, that guy. I can never think of his name. And I don't know if he directed, but I think he did. And you have to be a horror movie nerd to know the name, but Vincent Price.
Oh, you're talking about not Vincent Price. Vincent Price played a character in.
Yeah, he played the character.
Think about Alfred Hitchcock?
No.
No, Vincent Price played a character in House on Haunted Hill.
Yes, okay, that's correct.
Yeah.
But he was also made to look like that old guy too. Did you notice that? What's his name? Vincent something. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Casey White says, "I know that guy in the top right corner."
That's you, Corey.
That's you, Corey.
Oh, hey, Casey, what's up?
Casey
Why
White.
can't I think?
Watching on YouTube.
We went to school together, I think, for all 12 years.
You went to school for 12 years?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bob, you're such a fucking. Just shut up.
I can see your facial expression, but I'm not on it.
I'm just fucking with you, dude.
Hey, baby, if you're watching, will you bring me a large water?
Is it Stephen Price?
Stephen Price. Stephen. Man, I don't know. I don't have a way to look at
Vincent Price is who you're thinking about, right? Vincent Price.
No, we had it backwards. It is right. It's Vincent Price. Stephen Price was the character.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Vincent
Me
Price.
and Justin had it backwards. Yeah. There we go. Ta-da.
All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was interesting enough.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I watch a lot of horror movies.
You and me both, man. We were doing some. We can pull them out tonight. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a jerk though. I never really pay attention to who directed something.
Only when I realized like there's certain trends that I was like, man, this seems just like this movie, and then I realized like, oh, this is like.
But the funny thing is a lot of guys that direct really good movies, I end up hating the movie because of how bad the score is. Stanley Kubrick, for example.
I get that.
I really love his direction, but the scores that he has written just are they're confusing, and think like in the Godfather movies with the really irritating trumpet out of nowhere.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like great movie, but you almost got to watch it without the sound on.
See, and that was one of the things like I've always appreciated about Tarantino.
Okay.
That he didn't have a trumpet?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, that he knows how to score a movie.
Right. Like, but all of his, every movie, like the score was never something that stood out as like jarring to me.
Right.
Yeah, and Kevin Smith was just like, I've always been a fan of like dialogue.
Good showing.
And it's something that's completely underrated and I think almost lost now. So like the fact that he makes it a point to have like a serious ass conversation that he would normally have with another human being in every movie is always funny to me. It's like, man, there's a real motherfucker under that coat.
Yeah, right.
But now he's a real skinny motherfucker under that coat.
Well, good for him, man. That shit almost killed him.
Right.
Here's a couple of questions we had on Pair Theory last night since we're in the movie quiz here. In the movie The Ring, how long did people have to live after they watched the video in The Ring? Don't fucking say it, asshole. Well, moving along. Moving along. Who directed acclaimed horror movies Get Out and Us?
Oh, that was
Don't say it. Jesus.
Stop asking me then.
A really funny guy that you wouldn't think would be really dope at scary movies.
Right.
Craig, you're not allowed to answer any of these, you jackwagon.
That was the thing.
There we go. Jordan Peele. Yeah, Jordan Peele.
Came out like I expected him to be at least a little funny. Though Nope was really funny.
Nope was way funnier than I think it was.
It totally was.
The entire time I was watching, I was like in my head, I was like, nope. Nope.
Leighton got the answer to that one. Jordan Peele was the
Yep.
one that directed Get Out and Us. Here's a follow-up question to that. Well, not a follow-up. Another question. Who said this? And Craig, keep your damn mouth shut. You already know because we asked these last night. But
don't cheat, Craig.
Who said this? You can't hurt me. This is my world, and you can't leave. What horror movie figure said this?
I can't answer this.
No, you can't.
Okay.
What horror movie figure? Because
what character said this?
Okay.
You can't hurt me. This is my world, and you can't leave.
I know who it is. Actually, Sarah just shouted it from the other room.
It's Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
It came in. Paula answered it. Paula, you're not supposed to answer it either because you watched it last night. Jerk face.
You got it right, sweetheart.
I'm going to talk about these guys on here, even though we talk about them on the Pair 3 podcast, just because, man, they're awesome. But some local haunts attractions for Valentine's. If you guys don't have anything going up, that's around the corner. On the 15th, we're going to be playing at the Bayou Granbury, not the Blue Bayou. It's the Bayou Grand. It's a new venue, and I have been called and told that is a BYOB soft opening. So if you're coming to that show, I know a lot of people have been seeing it. I just found out that it's BYOB, so bring your own booze, and let's make a night of it. We go on about 9 o'clock. There are some cool events going on, man, and I'm not going to talk about all of them. You can go check out Paratheory if you want to check out the other ones, but I'll talk about one. Hangman's House of Horrors is doing a 50 Shades of Fear with a dinner of 2, which is pretty cool. So they have a whole like haunted theme over in like Building 9 where they set up and they do like a dinner for 2 there, and then they have a deal where they like blindfold the girl and take her in through this haunted house. So if you guys want to check that out, go to hangmans.com and you can check that out. Pretty dope. Glenda and I went to a place, man. I wanted to talk to you guys about it. This was sick. We went to we had a date night the other night, and we went out, and it's called the Electric. I can't ever say this name, but the Electric Starship Arcade. It's over off Highway 377, Denton Highway. It's in Watauga, dude. So you can buy a month pass for like $20, or you can buy a day pass for $12, and you can play all the vintage arcade games. Like all of them, but they don't, not just the vintage ones, but they have all the new like Mortal Kombat, Batman, everything. Craig's favorite game is the Batman game.
Nice.
Because of his little friend. We won't talk about that, but moving along. I know he's smiling at that right now. Yes, Craig, that is the room that we shot Devil at My Back Door in. That room, Building 9, that's where they're doing the restaurant at for Hangman's.
So the Cutting Edge is going to be open on Valentine's Day.
Cutting Edge, well, that's what it was over in the Paratheory. Cutting Edge, Moxley Manor, they're all doing something for Valentine's. But
if you go on the 14th, you'll probably see me drumming.
Are you going to be drumming on the 14th there?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do that?
Yep.
All right, bitching. Badass.
Yeah, man.
Hope that'll be Arms Day, bro.
That's total body, fam.
Dude, don't you like drum for like 6 hours during that thing?
Yeah, that's total body. Because we're on our feet. Like it's not like I'm just playing drum set. Like we're on our feet, like hitting drums, reaching for. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh.
Yeah, Leighton, it's kind of like free play in Denton. We went and checked it out the other night, and man, they had everything. We were in there for a couple hours and had a blast, man. I mean, we were playing this zombie killer game. I remember seeing this at arcades, years ago, and it was so expensive, but it's like 3D. You put on 3D goggles, and it's a shoot 'em up game. And her and I are in there, and it like blasts air in your face, and the whole thing's rocking and shit. I was like, holy shit. I was like, damn, I kind of want to get this for the house. Oh, yeah. Craig's asking if you quit the Mavs.
Nah, I didn't quit. With luck, maybe they'll trade me for, bag of peanuts.
Sports!
No, we're just talking about drums at this point.
No, yeah, I still drum for him. I've been off and on this season. This was my 18th season, so I was like, I'm gonna take a step back and kind of just live life. So I've been there off and on this season, but no, I did not quit. I'll get fired after that comment, though.
And now we're gonna check in with Corey on the weather. How are things going? Can't hear a word you're saying.
Playing that there guitar.
I feel like he's saying something.
No, can't hear you at all. Boop. There he is.
Yeah, I got a trivia question.
Oh, okay. Lay it on us.
It's a tough one.
All right. This ought to be good because Corey comes up with some left field shit. I'm ready for it.
I had to research it. Big time research it. How many claws did Freddy Krueger have?
I'm not giving it away this time. Hope you're happy.
It's a hard one.
I mean, unless it's a trick question. Like, because
it's not really that loaded.
Like, none, because he wore a glove. But he had four on his hand. Like, he didn't have one on his thumb.
People are saying 4.
Yeah, it was just 4.
Paula is saying 8.
Probably he was wearing around like this.
That'd be great.
He didn't have 2 gloves.
I'm ready.
Leighton's asking 4. Glenda's saying 4.
And I'm coming to get you.
Now, this is the entire movie franchise.
So how many do you have the entire movie franchise? I'm going to go with 5.
How many do you have? It's not really a trick question.
Oh, you're saying how? Oh, I get it. Not like how many did he have on his hand. You're asking like throughout the whole franchise, how many did he end up using?
Yeah, on the hand. Was it 4?
So how many did he have on?
I don't know.
On one hand. Yeah.
Was it 4 or 5 or both?
I only remember 4.
Casey White's like less than 12. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
You're not wrong.
No, you're not.
More than 1, less than 100.
I'm going to say 5. I think he had one on the thumb.
I don't remember one on the thumb.
I don't remember one on the thumb. I definitely remember 4 though.
I dressed up as Freddy when I was like 10 or 11, and like I was super stoked because I went and got like the real looking one, right? And it didn't have one on the thumb. It just had these 4.
Answer's 4 and 5.
It's 4 and 5.
Yes.
So you're saying in some movies he had a 4th or a 5th?
He had the thumb. He had the thumb on one.
Which one?
I feel like we need to watch them all
Nightmare?
now.
Dude, New Nightmare, I think.
He just keeps coming. He just keeps getting into the trivia questions. I fucking love it, man. It's like he's in our dreams.
Well,
Bazinga.
what was them? Did they make? They made a newer one, right? With
They did. It wasn't. It didn't have old boy in it. No.
Yeah, so right?
The guy that played Rorschach. Yeah.
Yeah. What was his name? There's a trivia question. What was the name of the new Freddy Krueger that came out?
Did you ever hear that? Like that from The Watchmen, man. That guy Rorschach's like my favorite superhero. I just wish he didn't have a picture of my parents fighting on his face.
Now,
Oh my
Casey
God.
White, give me some trivia questions.
Woo.
That's fucking great.
Man.
Did you
DJ Quails.
Did you guys know that the only land animal that can't jump is an elephant?
Jackie Lee Haley. I'm not sure. I'm asking. Who the fuck is it?
I would like to see DJ Quells play Freddy.
You know what? DJ Qualls looks like one of those dudes. No, you know what? No, Sarah knows what I'm going to say. Like I can't go that. Never mind.
I would like to see him play. Like, I would like to see him play Freddy if he hadn't already. Like, if he has, cool. Like, I didn't see that one apparently, but I would love to see him play that. I like that dude just about everything he's in.
That DJ Qualls looks like he's. God can't. He looks like he would be intimidating in certain ways.
Yeah.
I'm looking for. I want to see what he looks like.
Motherfuckers like AC gets it right.
The man gets booked somehow, right?
Right. He gets super happy. He gets lightheaded and falls over.
Yeah.
Oh, so DJ Quails did not play Freddy Krueger.
No. But I would if I found out that he was playing Freddy Krueger, I would absolutely watch it.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think.
Oh,
like,
I know. Okay, yeah. And all I can think about is like, did you fuck a cheetah? That's all I can think about.
Yeah, Brenda.
Road trip.
Brenda, you know the impressive thing about that fact though is that means that a hippopotamus can jump. That's the impressive part of the elephant thing, right? Like elephants are the only animals that can't jump. But
Which
that means
means
a
a hippo can.
hippo can. I mean, how much would you pay to watch a fucking hippo jump? I pay it.
That was a teaser of. Oh. I would watch a Rob Zombie. Yes, I would still pay a lot.
Okay, so Rob. So, okay.
I would absolutely.
Jason's mom.
100%. 100%, Craig.
Yes. So that was that. I don't know if you saw that or if it was in your feed. So that was being teased, right? And that it made such a huge fucking splash. Everyone's like, "Holy fuck! Rob Zombie's gonna do a Freddy Krueger." And I was pumped. I was like, "Holy shit! Really? That's interesting. I'm down to see that." And then we find out that it was fake. It was bullshit. And I was like, "No."
Oh, that's all right.
They went even the distance of like creating like a preview for it, and then they set a date of when it was going to come out. So I'm all pumped, like, it's going to be on here. Nothing. God damn it.
They do that with like everything that people actually want, though. Like, because I'm still a huge Red Dead Redemption 2 nerd. Like, I love that game. It's my favorite game ever to have been released. And I'm on Red Dead Redemption 2 groups on Facebook and shit. And at least once or twice a week, some numbnuts come through. Look at this trailer for Red Dead 3. You know what I mean? Or like people will come out, look at the trailer for this new Star Wars movie that's coming.
Yeah, I saw.
Hollywood's not going to make anything new that you want to see. They're only just going to like recycle shit from our childhood. They're going to ruin Goonies.
Well, I will say this Skeleton Crew that came out was literally a parallel to Goonies.
Yes.
A parallel.
Pretty good. I finally
like
watched
if you
it.
fucking watch that shit, it is a parallel. There's so many tips of the hat in there that are ripped right from Goonies, directly ripped from it.
Man, I thought with that pirate, I thought they were going to bring in Dash Rendar really quick.
I kept waiting for him to do like the one-eyed Willie thing. Bring that in, like the slides where they come sliding through out of the water slides. If you go, I had to freeze frame it, and then go back and look at the slides where they slide out and where they find the pirate ship. Right. And I had to put my phone up in front of the TV, and I was like, it's the same fucking pattern as those slides, and they all slide out the same pattern. I was like, holy shit.
The thing that I loved about it is they could not do a season 2, and that would be okay. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like any shows anymore want to just like finish a season and then move on to the next season. Like everything's got to end in a cliffhanger. Like The Acolyte, right? Did you guys watch The Acolyte?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Dude, the end, oh my God, the end of the last episode teased so much cool stuff, but then the Star Wars fandom was so toxic, they're not going to make another season, so we got room. Oh, here's a trivia question. What was the very first television show to end a season on a cliffhanger?
Say that again? You
what
broke
was
up a little
the
bit.
very first television show to end the season on a cliffhanger?
Walking Dead?
No.
Definitely not.
Alive?
No.
Alone, I mean?
No.
Oz.
It's way older than you'd think.
Cheers.
No, older.
Older than Cheers? Okay. Thelma and Louise. Or not Thelma and Louise. I'm thinking of the other two girls from...
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
No.
Lucy.
No.
Is it black and white?
It was at one point. It ended up being color. Wait, no, I think it was always color. It was around the time where it could.
Craig is saying Firefly and Casey White is saying Soap.
No. Firefly was one of my favorites, though, Craig. They bring back Firefly. Brown coats forever. But no, older. Firefly. Okay, here's a hint. Firefly is in the right vein.
Michael Fitch is saying Dallas.
No.
I have no idea.
Columbo?
No.
Neil Johnson says Columbo.
You guys got some good guesses going on, but no.
Dude, Columbo. Jesus Christ. Whew, that's a reach. Neil, what have you been doing with your life?
Matlock.
Matlock. Murder, She Wrote.
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
You guys give up?
Let it keep going. People are answering. Fall Guy.
No.
Craig says Fall Guy. Nope.
No. That's a good one, though, right?
That's a damn good one.
Fall Guy, man. Did you see the new Fall Guy? I didn't even watch it.
No.
I saw it come out. I was like, I'm not watching. Don't ruin this. But I did watch the new A-Team, and I thought that was hilarious.
Well,
because we have our own Murdoch, and his name's Corey Weiss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is literally you're still branded with Murdoch. I mean, I don't care who you are. If you've watched the new Fuck it, we'll pull that video clip up because it's too goddamn funny. Because it's all I think about sometimes when Corey fires off on shit is, "You swing me right round, baby."
That was from like the second or third time I met that dude.
Yeah.
This guy's
special.
Special.
You were very special. There's something going on here.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so true. It's so true.
Fix your own solder joints.
Aw.
Tell us more about your tins unit.
God damn it, Bob! Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear about the tins units. Nobody.
I'm on the third set of pads.
Jesus, here we go. What the fuck? I told you to shut up.
So here's one for people that actually like know our band or know me. All right, I'm gonna give you a hint to the show that ended the first show that ended the season on a cliffhanger. And if you kind of know me, you'd probably be able to guess it.
Hold on, somebody's still guessing. Let's stop. Oh. Okay, what is it? What is it? What is it?
The show that you would think that I hate.
Something about sports? Was it The Longest Yard?
A show about something like a show that you'd think that I hated.
Star Trek?
Yes, Star Trek.
God damn it.
Back in, like, I think it was like 1966. That was the first show.
Fuck, we lost Corey. I don't know where he went.
He's buffering.
Speaking of buffering, this is what we were referencing earlier about Corey. This is so par for the course. Like, geez. Oh shit.
To be one step ahead of the enemy, not to be running away from him.
This is literally our band in a nutshell.
This freak show? Yep. Orders are good, sir. Who is this guy?
That is literally our band in a nutshell.
What kind of gun is this?
Oh, well.
That's not allowed to be a Baracus.
And Corey, if you
These
took care of
little fuckers
animals.
Decide to freak out on the kids, I get to take them down. Ain't that right, Mother? Oh, what? Shut up. Hey, be careful with that. That's the most powerful tranq gun on the market. Huh, got her in Mexico. Cool. Yeah, it is cool. They say it can puncture the skin of a rhino from 100... Ow! Oh! Yes!
Yes!
That's awesome! What? You just took one in the jugular, man! Whoa! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god, I did! Is this bad? Is this bad?
You should pull that out. That shit is not cool.
Will Ferrell looks like a person who smells really bad.
Pull it out.
He does.
Man.
Like, you ever think that, like, when you're like looking at Hollywood stars, like, I bet some of them really stink.
You're crazy. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I like you. But you're crazy. I feel tired.
I feel tired. This is why Bob doesn't drink anymore. This is Bob if he's hammered.
Sarah calls me Baby Huey. Unintelligible groans. I like how I had to put unintelligible groans underneath there.
Just knocks that kid out of the way. Just... And that's a typical Saturday for Bob after a shitload of drinking and moving along.
Man, did you ever see like Everything Must Go?
Yes.
No.
dude.
Surprisingly deep for a Will Ferrell movie.
Yo, like ridiculously deep for a Will. Like I went into it like expecting a comedy, and literally was just like jaw dropped.
Yeah. But like somebody who should not try to make serious movies, Adam Sandler.
Oh, dude, you're not joking, man.
Did you see that movie, that Uncut Gems?
Yes, and when he did this, I was like, dude, come on, stop.
You know what the bad part about that movie was? Is I bet there were some really great lines, but the entire thing were just people talking over each other.
Correct.
Like you couldn't hear anything that was being said. I'm sure like maybe somebody in New York might understand this, but like let one person talk. And Sarah's screaming punch drunk love. She didn't like that one either.
Yeah.
It just made me think of Always Sunny.
Oh, Jesus.
That was good.
I can't do a movie of Always Sunny, but I can watch like maybe 2 episodes in a row. But I can't watch it. I wouldn't be able to watch that for an entire like.
No, that's not one that you binge on. That's for sure.
Right.
But I do love Always Sunny though.
Yeah. Corey, we showed your video of you spinning on the helicopter.
That's good.
Do we need to see it again? Do we need to see it again?
I didn't get to watch it. My computer froze up on me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
The most important part of a well-oiled plant.
To be one step ahead of the enemy, not to be running away from him.
Who says we're running?
What, we're gonna go in this dinosaur, this freak show?
Yep.
Whoever's the good, sir. Who is this guy?
Yeah, literally. It is you in a nutshell, man. Yeah. Corey has this thing about like and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, and I'm sure Emily's proud of you too. But like we've talked about this in earlier podcasts. I think we talked about it once. But he has this thing about like he picks up random shit on the road.
Oh, that's a running bet. Like I if I ever bet, I guarantee Corey will never stop at a gas station and not buy something.
Well, what's funny is it's gotten down to the point now to where like I know what gas stations to stop at. Like I plan it out. He has no idea that I'm doing it, but like Tristan will say something. I'm like, no, dude, we can't pull over there.
That's why we never go to Buc-ee's.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maddox, when we were on the bus, he's like, hey man, we'll stop at Buc-ee's and fill up. I'm like, don't say that real loud. I don't care. I'm not gonna tell you where to fill up on gas, but don't say that. Because he will come out with all of his pay worth of shit.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, really? I'm like, yeah, you don't understand, man. That guy will disappear into Buc-ee's and come out with fucking shit that will just stay in the van. You'll find it in your bus. Leave it alone.
Jerky, toys,
Slingshots,
baubles,
rubber bands, finger puppets.
This is exaggeration.
This is not. This is not. I wish I should. You know what, Corey? From now on, I'll just start keeping a collection. I'll just put them all in a box.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year, we're just going to do them one by one. Like, remember this?
Yeah.
This was Hank's gas station in fucking South Texas. Remember
Here's
this
your
one right here?
bobblehead.
Yeah. Oh man. By the way, speaking about, here I am talking shit, and here I am. I bought my useless thing the other day.
Yeah, Bob, show us your rock.
It's in the other room.
I bought a screaming goat.
Oh my God, Sarah's got that exact one,
Yes.
dude. She's got that same one in her salon.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Linda and I were down in Grapevine, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm purchasing this for the studio.
Oh, dude, yeah. Sarah's dad gave one of those to her for Christmas. And I just randomly walked by it. Just,
Dude, I was really upset that your flag, your little dude that flows in the wind, didn't work on your pedal board.
seriously, I was really excited about that.
Because I saw there was a dude that had a pedal board set up.
Mhm.
Now, I did see him do something that you did not do.
What was
And
that?
do you still have that?
Yeah, it's in the guitar vault.
I noticed that he put it on the spacer in between where the cables would go through to
Uh-huh.
give it airflow to go up.
Well, we still got it, man, and I'm building a new pedal board. So.
There it is, man. Just have your little dangly guy up
I'm
there. Just...
building a new pedal board.
Yeah, that's great, Corey.
So there it is again, man. Sentism. Hello, yes, welcome. I'm buying shit. But no, that is real shit. Like we'll be talking about it on like gas trips. I'm like, as I'm driving, inner monologue again. Here we are. I'm driving. You guys are all in the back. Everyone's sleeping. Tristan's trying to stay awake. We're on that 4-hour drive back from, fucking somewhere. And I'm driving along and I'm like, oh, not that gas station. Corey will go in there and buy a bunch of shit. Okay, this one looks really fucking boring. Let's go in here. And like, what was it when we went to Sawyer Park? We had to go around that back way and it took us to get gas. And we found this one that was like off the path. And I was like,
nice.
Yeah, as we were coming up to it, I was like, oh, this is just one of those Durka fucking gas stations. And then we go in and it's got fucking a bong that looks like Yoda. I'm like, God damn it.
That place was wonderful.
I know. I was like, shit. And I'm watching Corey out the side. I'm fucking using the old AC side eye, watching Corey like, what's he going to get? What's he going to get? What's he going to get? Comes out with a bag of Ho-Hos and a Sprite.
I didn't come out with anything.
You came out with something. But if you didn't, that'd be the one time in history.
Yeah, it was milk. It was like a chocolate milk or something like that.
I hate you, AC. Shush.
Hey, that's a great purchase, bro.
Do you always do that?
It was 2% milk. Okay, it was 2 percentile milk. 2 percentile.
Because you can go into these places and use the restroom and not have to buy something. Sometimes I feel like you're just doing it to be nice. Be like, thanks for letting me use your crapper. I'm going to buy a little bauble. But you don't have to.
You're not using that little black pillow no more.
That's all right. I got a Chewbacca pillow for Christmas. So.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. Out of random shit that Corey buys, he did ace one with that new Game Boy. Like, that thing is dope. And then it led me down the road to get one. Whoa. Yeah, that thing is sick. Look, it's on. He's playing it.
It's on demo mode.
It's on demo mode. Turn it off. You're wasting the battery.
It's charging.
Oh, Jesus. I think one thing that was hilarious that happened to us on the way back from Sawyer was the McDonald's run because Tristan was dying for a chocolate shake. And I was like, dude, look, I kept telling him, I was like, man, look, it's going to be the ice cream machine at McDonald's is going to be broke. I don't know how, but I mean, we passed how many? Like 8 that we couldn't get to. And then finally we find one we could get off the road and go down to. And we get there. What happened? Ice cream machine's broken, man. Sorry. It's like, yes, it's always broken after 9, bro. Because they don't want to
fucking as
clean it.
frustrated as he was looking for me at the Dallas Award show.
Oh, that's a whole nother. Okay, so Bob,
got him good
AC,
that time.
You guys leave, right? We all get in the van after the award show. And I'm calling. When we were standing there together, when we were all like, "Where's Corey?" I texted him. I said, "Hey, we're back at the table." No response. The shit came and went. We all decided to leave. No Corey. Get all the way out to the van. Me and Gary and Tristan are sitting there, and no Corey. So I call him, and then I hear going on in the back seat. I'm like, this fucking kid left his phone in the van. Why? And so Tristan's like, God damn it. So, you know how Tristan gets, which we're going to talk about that too. But Tristan gets all aggro and goes in looking for him. He goes in the back door, comes in through backstage, goes through, pops back out the front, comes back around. I don't know where the fuck he's at. Then he turns around and goes back to the front door. Me and Gary are just sitting there like, how long this is going to be? And then like 20, 30 minutes goes by and I'm like, man, I wonder what we're going to tell Emily this time. Like, hey, Corey's in Dallas. We couldn't find him. He's not drunk. And we don't know where he's at. Well, finally, like popping out of a crowd, here comes Corey out the back door, just looking around like, I go, fuck, there he is. And I fucking turned the spotlight on and spotlight him. He's like, oh, hey, what's up? Coming. And he's like, does his little Corey walk over to us. And then here comes Tristan. Hair's down. He's sweating. His shirt's open. He's like, God, what the fuck, man? I'm 20. You're a 35-year-old man. I'm 25. And I had to go in. You act like a fucking child. And fucking blah, blah. He's like going off. I'm like, whoa, dude, pump the brakes. Jesus Christ. You leave your fucking phone in the goddamn car. This is bullshit. And then I was like, Tristan. He's like, okay, all right. Well, I would tell you a lot more, but fucking Justin pumped the brakes on me. I was like, easy, Tiger. We found him. He found his, Jesus Christ.
I fucking love that kid. So I started fucking with him when we were
Oh, dude, what you did at the end of Broncos was fucking hysterical.
I'm going to do that every time. We're doing especially Curly one.
My favorite one's always one like when it's like a little, it could be a little step up, or like he's got to pull something up. He goes, like he's like does the like it sounds like.
I fucking love it though. Like I hope he doesn't change the thing. I fucking love it.
Like, bro, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Son of a bitch! Goddamn fucker!
Like when he's trying to take a good poop.
If you were to, we were to stick a fucking GoPro inside the trailer and film this, this could be a whole segment of shit we do on this show. And now, a word from Tristan. Best loading moments. Like we know it's even worse during the summer because he's like fucking like sweating. Holy shit, he's fucking. I thought I sweated a lot, but I've seen just pure, like one stream of water, just shit coming out of his head. I'm going, oh my god!
I gotta say, Tristan, don't change a thing, man. If you're watching this, don't change a thing, dude.
No, man,
not a single thing.
If we didn't love you, we wouldn't give you shit.
Yep.
Because it is fucking hysterical, man.
Damn.
Fuck. Now I gotta go set up merch. Jeez. Like, dude, you did all the work going in. You're gonna sell merch. Then you do all the work going out. You'll be fine.
You'll
be fine. It's gonna be okay. Christ, dude, watching that dude. And what's his favorite thing to say? It's always dropping GC on everything or JC on everything. Yeah. Like everything. Jesus Christ.
Yo, so it's funny. There's a dude, and I've been meaning to like send this to Tristan, but like I never think about it when the time comes. But there's a guy who's literally got like Jesus Christ tattooed across his face. He's this like this cholo Mexican dude. Hey, that's his whole thing. Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
Oh shit!
I want to send that shit to y'all right now. Oh my god!
Oh, man, that is hours of entertainment right there, man. And and what's funny is like he'll get over to that merch booth as soon as we start the show. Like he'll just slouch down in his chair and he's on his phone like this. I thought it was hysterical when we were at Sawyer Park and somebody turned the power off on the lights at the merch booth and all of us saw it and we're looking over. I'm like, I reached back on the talk back. I was like, he has no idea that those lights are off because he's staring at his phone. And then we're like, hey man, you gonna turn the lights back on the merch? He's like, oh, Jesus Christ, I gotta turn shit. Fuck bullshit. Just to turn it on. Dude, he's 25. Can you imagine what it's gonna be like when he's 45? What if it's like a Benjamin Button thing? Like he gets, older and then he gets quieter. And he's like,
Jesus Christ.
It goes from Jesus Christ to just GDs all day. God. You've graduated. Surprised he's not on here commenting. He's probably watching going, I'm not even going to say anything. Fuck these guys.
Yeah,
fuck this.
Guys.
Fuck you, man. Load your own shit in the door. Jesus Christ, man. Why do I have to do this? Why am I loading in shit? So good.
If we keep saying
Said it. I can play it on the deal if you send it to me.
I did.
Get over here! Jesus Christ!
dude, it's that leather biker jacket that does it for me.
Oh, Sermon Mike is the. That's just fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, dude! Holy hell! Holy hell, bro!
Sermon Mike, yeah.
Dude, when we had Maddox with us, we were on that trip. In that video, I've got it. So, you know what, dude? because Craig was filming. Right, and there's a part in that. So if you go back if you guys are watching out here and you go back on our YouTube, you look at the year recap of 24. There's a part in there where we're loading out, and you can hear Tristan. He says it in the trailer. He's like, "God damn it!" Like that as he's going in the trailer. But there's a whole segment right there of him bitching while he's unloading that trailer. Everything is on casters. Number one, nothing is stacked. Like it is literally unstrap, pull, and wheel it out the trailer. And somehow there's bitching that gets involved. Jeez, here. Just farts and burps. And you would think it's an 18-wheeler.
No, don't you go like talking about other people's farts and burps.
Dude, man, listen, but I own it. I'll give you fair warning that, like, hey, I got egg burps today. Sorry. Oof. You know, semaglutide is running on overdrive. That's going to stink. Poor Gary, dude. I didn't even think to tell him. And him and I were going to a shop the other day. And I was like, oh, man, my burps are terrible. Sorry. He goes, man, I just thought you, in Gary's voice, I just thought you farted, bro. I didn't know what that was. Just thought you farted, man. I wasn't, man farts. I ain't going to say nothing about it. Damn, that's your burps? Shit. Oh man, I was like, sorry, but if I fart, dude, I'll just roll down the window.
I remember the first time you did it, I was like, seriously, I was like, are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
I almost quit.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, Corey was like, I'm putting this on the calendar.
Yeah, we did put it on the calendar. It was like,
I've never been more confused in my life.
Yeah.
Having no context to this random date on the calendar.
Well, I've learned my lesson. Don't eat bread and don't eat fried foods. If I don't eat bread and fried foods while I'm on this thing, no egg burps. Because trust me, as much as y'all hate smelling it, I hate fucking dealing with it. Like, I'm just like, God damn, this shit stinks. I'm tired of like, it makes me nauseous when I burp. I try not to burp. I'm like, I'd rather just be a fart. But these fucking smart farts are taking the elevator, bro, and I don't like it. It's bad. Speaking of farts, have you mastered your hand squeeze yet?
Dude, yeah, and I figured the trick out, man. Unfortunately, it's in my car. Because while I'm driving everywhere, I always practice it while I'm driving. And the trick is you got to lick your palm first before you do it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you gotta like lick your palm and then do it.
Now,
moisturize.
I did see that there's a bigger one. There's a big one. And oh my god!
I thought Leslie Nielsen had a bigger one. Because mine's little, so it can only make so big of a sound. But yeah, I've seen ones that they're like, about that big around.
Right. I saw a bigger one. This guy's holding it, and it's like deeper. So he like when he squeezes this. God, this conversation goes so many ways. You don't know what we're talking about. Like as you squeeze this thing, it is up deep, and it'll go for a while. There's a dude that's online, and let me see if I can find this because this is fucking.
You guys try to remind me next week, and I'll try to remember to bring it and give you guys a little show because I'm actually getting pretty good at it.
I don't know if I want to hear this show, like the Bob Fart show. Don't know if I want to go there.
Bob.
I'm here for it, but I'm only here for it for a moment because then you really get out of control with this thing. it really.
That's the genius of it, though. Is like you just don't stop. You just keep going and keep going. Like an hour later, like I did it so long, like my hand actually hurt for a little bit. I was like, dude, my hand's tired. That's fucking dedication, you guys.
Oh, here it is. Here's this guy. Oh, god damn it. This dude's great. Okay, hold on. I found it.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. This is stupid. Fuck are we dealing? Why the fuck do I got to deal with this shit all the damn time? Fuck bullshit.
Serving Mike.
All right, this dude, man. This guy is a legend.
Yeah, I love this guy. And he's like, welcome to the barbecue.
The faces that people
Hello,
make.
ladies, welcome to the barbecue.
You kidding me? Oh my god.
Wingardium Fatiosa.
This dude's like, what?
The
dog looks.
He's impressed.
Okay.
He's impressed. That is a dirty woman right there.
You know what the messed up thing is I bought mine on an ad
Dirty
that was on this
Okay, I better not move.
Hey, he's attracted to these cards. Is that a thing?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, hey, did you guys know that the word
Prairie
fart
dog,
is
come
the
over.
oldest continuously used curse word in English language?
Do what, Bob?
That
What'd you say?
the word fart is the oldest continuously used curse word in the English language. Originally dating back to like the mid 1100s.
Shit.
I had no clue.
Look at their faces, dude. He just sits. He's like, oh God. Oh.
And mom's over there like, yo, y'all did the same shit. Mom was not phased.
Oh my. That is not good.
That is me every time I walk out of the school though.
That's AC right there, bro. You eat something like that you're not supposed to eat, and what I've learned about AC is he ghosts out. He doesn't say shit. He'll just ghost, and all of a sudden AC has disappeared, and I'm like, where'd AC go? And I'm like, oh, pooping.
AC's got some self-loathing though. Like I see him willingly eat dairy products sometimes. I'm like, you make yourself or what?
Sometimes.
I'm like, yeah, damn. You don't ever have to share your queso with AC.
The queso's so damn good though.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good.
I had a bad one the other day, man. I went and ate pho, and I got up and I had to go, and I pulled a Corey, and as I'm going, I have to walk through a line of people, and as I'm walking to the bathroom, I'm just I can't. There's nothing I can do about it, and I know that people are just looking. God damn it! If there was a camera, it'd have been just like that.
Just like Denny's.
Just like, sorry.
It only took 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 57 seconds for the topic to generate down to farts.
Hey, man, that's
We're
all we
getting
do.
better, but
We're getting better at what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is a 90-minute show.
2025.
You learned a lot. People learned a lot about horror movies and all sorts of stuff, and flutes and skin flutes, and now farts. Welcome to the show, everybody. Hope you're enjoying it. We went from 50 people down to 4.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Corey, you got a trivia? Oh, you popped out your trivia question for the day, didn't you?
Yeah, I have another one. Yeah, I got another one.
Okay, what is it?
Let me keep Freddy Krueger going. What other movie? Would you say series? I mean, I can say it. What other movie did Freddy Krueger's glove show up in as an Easter egg?
Ooh.
It was hanging, and you can see it.
It was like just a prop in the background kind of thing?
Pretty much.
I feel like this is a Kevin Smith movie.
I mean,
But his would have been more superhero stuff. But it would have been out of the norm for him to have that in his movie.
It wasn't in Cabin in the Woods, was it? No.
No.
Talk about a good movie, though.
They should have threw that in there.
Right.
That was a good movie.
You know what? You know what they should have done? You remember the Freddy versus Jason movie?
that's what I thought it would have been a teaser to.
You know what would have been the coolest ending to that movie? would have been if, like, at the very end, Jason and Freddy, they're battling it out, right? And then it gets really quiet, right? And then you just see these chains with hooks go fa-ching, fa-ching, and attach themselves all to both those guys. And then you see this silhouette of Pinhead saying, "No,
dude, yeah, bring in the Cenobites. Let's do it."
Saying like, "Now, boys, let's not get excited," or something. Pinhead, right? That would have been the perfect ending to that movie.
Yeah, I always thought it sucked that like if you're gonna do the crossover and you're gonna have Freddy versus Jason, why not? Like you're saying, why not? Like, what if it could have been Pinhead? It could have been Chucky. It could have been any one of those iconic, Michael Myers.
Pinhead,
like that would have been.
I think Pinhead's overpowered. I think that would be.
Pinhead is a religious being. Nah, Pinhead's not overpowered.
You don't think?
Pinhead is essentially a god of his own dimension. Like,
yeah,
he's not overpowered. Yeah, if anything, Pinhead's just messing around. Like, that dude can bend reality and stuff. Like, yeah, he's
want to stretch the art of pleasure.
Yeah, right. Have such wonderful things to show you. Have you guys seen the new Hellraiser movie?
I did.
I haven't.
Good, right?
It didn't suck.
Really?
I'll
check it out.
Suck. I mean, if you've watched any Hellraiser, you'll watch this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's newer, so like.
Right.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch the newest Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
No.
It was actually pretty good, but they play on the times of now, right? But it's like Leatherface is. This isn't prequel Leatherface, right? Obviously, this is like a now Leatherface. Like he disappeared, and he came back, but he was living in this little town. He was just like staying away from it all, trying not to be noticed. And these kids come in to shoot like a film or whatever into this town. It's a ghost town, and this is where he's been hiding out, and then he just couldn't resist his urges. It's not bad. It wasn't bad.
It's one where old Leatherface went to find himself a safe space.
Kinda.
Dang old kids.
I think that's what I like appreciated so much about like the Rob Zombie films, because like when he, especially like 1,000 Corpses, because the way they made that house to be had the creep factor of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Because like all the rooms, there was different shit going on in all the rooms, and.
I tell you, I dig Rob Zombie movies. I didn't really love The Lords of Salem.
Oh, it sucked.
Yeah, I really didn't.
We're on agreement on that. That's
all the other stuff he's done I like, though.
What was the other one? 41, I think is what it was called. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, I feel like he was just trying to get his wife in another movie with the Lords.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
I bet you they're so vanilla at home. I bet you they wear like cardigans. And like he smokes a pipe and reads the newspaper.
He looks like Garth out of Wayne World 2. He's like, "Hello, darling."
Yeah, and like she crochets. You know what I mean? They're listening to like Benny Goodman.
Wait a minute, my wife crochets. What the fuck?
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, let me cue it up. No, I thought what he did with House of 1,000 Corpses was badass. I just thought that when they did like 3 from Hell and the part 2 and part 3, I was just like, okay, fuck.
Yeah, I found those two to be scarier than House of 1,000 Corpses.
What I liked about A House of 1,000 Corpses is you didn't know what was going to happen next. You knew that these were bad people, but you didn't know how bad. Mm-hmm. And then when they brought Dr. Satan into it, like they never brought him back. That's what I was like. Well, wait a minute. You're telling me that this family kept this 100-year-old secret buried in the ground out there, thousands of fucking skulls and shit. And when they came back and they fucking arrested the family, the Firefly family, right?
Yeah.
No mention of Dr. Satan. I'm like, well, wait a minute. This was like their messiah.
Yeah, well, that was the scary thing about the second two, was that it kind of because the first one was great. It wasn't all that scary because of how fantastical it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the second two were like, fuck, man, you could run into these people.
Well, totally.
You know what I mean? And that's what kind of made the second two scarier for me. It was like kind of brought it down to the real world a bit. It's like, yeah.
I think that's where horror movies are lacking these days, is that they're lacking that real factor of like, this could really happen.
That's
like the movie Seven wasn't exactly a horror movie, but it was fucking terrifying in the sense that, like, God damn, this fucker could be out there. This could really be happening.
Final Destination was the same way.
True. I mean, it belongs in this conversation.
That's why I really like the found footage movies. You know,
I like them, but they just got out of fucking control. It got way out of, and it got way fake quick.
Yeah, it did.
I mean,
I did like the first 2 VHS movies.
Yeah, those were cool, and like Blair Witch basically set the fucking tone for that.
The first VHS was great.
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
But like the Paranormal Activity movies, like the first one, I was like, oh, this is cool. What a great way to go about doing this.
Mm-hmm.
They made it believable because they were like, this is a guy that's like, I got shit going on in the fucking house. I'm bored. I'm going to fucking set up cameras.
They didn't run credits or anything. It was good.
And then when they did like the part 2 to it and did like the prequel to her and her, like the storyline is cool. But the way they did it, I was like, dude, come on, man. The documentary, everything, no one was fucking doing that. Shut up. Like, goddamn VHS fucking recorders didn't last that long, number one.
I liked them. All the Paranormal Activities I dug. There was that one, that little known movie, that Paranormal Entity, which I thought was scarier.
Yeah, that one was really good.
You can't find it anywhere now.
I know.
You can't find it, but it had the bad luck to come out just like a little bit before Paranormal Activity.
Yep, it's funny how that works.
So scary.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course, this new one that's still coming out, the Presence. I think it might be out by now. I'm not sure, but I want to see that because they're taking both that, like not found footage, but that camera angle of how they're using the camera to do it. And they're looking through the eyes of what the presence is, and then the people are reacting to it. I'm like, man, you guys have set this up. I hope you fucking knock it out of the park because your preview, it sucks when the preview is better than the movie. You know what I mean?
Yep. Equilibrium.
And like, I do dig the A24 films. Like we've talked about that before. Like the A24 films are fucking good, but they're all religious based. But that new one, The Heretic, was really good.
That was really good.
Fuck, that was good, man. I was like, man, okay, well, this could, there again, factoring in the real that this could happen. That very well, it probably has happened.
There was a really good Bigfoot found footage movie that came out about Sasquatch. It was called Exists.
You lost me at Bigfoot.
Oh, dude, why? Bigfoot exists? You don't know that he doesn't?
I know exactly how he doesn't, Bob.
Yeah, sure. You
want me to tell you how? I'll tell you how I know. You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here's how I know Bigfoot doesn't exist. There's been hundreds and hundreds of thousands of fucking sites of seeing this guy, this thing, right? And 90% of those are hunters. In the story. Dudes that are going out telling stories about seeing Bigfoot, carrying a fucking 30-06, going to hunt bears. They're on a mission to go hunt bears. I was in the woods, and I got this gun, and Bigfoot stood up, and I shit my pants and took off running. You're hunting fucking bears, number one. So if you've got a gun big enough to take down an elephant, why did you stop at shooting fucking Bigfoot? First of all, if I'm out in the woods and I'm carrying a pea shooter, if I'm carrying a fucking a 45 or a Glock, I don't care if it's a 40 cal or a Glock 9. I got 12 rounds in that bitch. I am going to unload into his big ass and take him down. I'm going to unload.
I'm not so to prove anything either way. Like it's you can't say for sure if something does or doesn't exist. You can't prove you can't prove a negative. Can't prove a positive.
Right. It's because he's big and blurry.
I've seen some reputable things that like I can't say he does. I can't say he definitely exists. I can't say it doesn't. It would make sense. It would make sense that another branch of the ape family tree exists in some parts of this world.
In theory, yes, 100%. That makes sense.
Well, so that's it. So I'm not because that theory exists. I'm not going to be like you say. There's no fucking way. No,
there's no way.
And so
I'm not saying that there's no way that something like that doesn't exist. I'm just saying what people are considering as Bigfoot, this fucking 8-foot gigantic monkey walking around. No, and that would make pretty much 99% of them all full of shit because all their stories are fucking bullshit. You can tell it by judge a character watching somebody tell a Bigfoot story. I mean, it is ridiculous. You start going down the fucking trail of that shit. Ridiculous. Some of the shit they say is just like, dude, come on.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with
He didn't follow you home and turn into a frog.
It's the same thing with everything. Some people are full of shit, some people aren't. But I am comfortable always being able to say I don't know, and I don't know. So I don't know. So it's fun watching a fucking movie about it because it's entertaining. Jesus.
But there again, it's a found footage movie that you're wanting to play on the real factors. So therefore, I'm going, well, you lost me at Bigfoot.
Well, I don't think I.
What about Mothman? Let's bring up Mothman. I like that guy.
Again, there's a tale. It's like if all the Mothman prophecies, the Goatman prophecy, all that stuff, Bigfoot, it all falls into the fucking same category.
Man, I didn't expect the amount of information I would get on
weird that
going down that red hole or that rabbit hole.
I find it weird that you tend to believe that in the paranormal type stuff.
I've got proof of it.
There's
proof.
There's
100% proof.
I never said I do.
No, I'm saying people. I'm saying that's if you're saying I believe in paranormal, but I don't believe in Bigfoot, and that's why that's funny. I'm saying I have proof that paranormal is real.
Yeah, well, you don't know that there's not proof out there of Bigfoot. Like, have you seen every single piece of documentation ever that's ever come out? No.
There's only so few that have claimed to be the 100% real thing, and everything else has been debunked. That is out there.
Everything there's people who still think the world is flat, dude.
This is true.
So
saying, something like that. That's
we run into problems is thinking that what we're thinking is 100% right. That's where everybody runs into problems with everything. It's like, I'm 100% right. I guarantee this is not like this.
Well, I'm just going off facts on the deal. Like I'm going off of
you're going off currently available data. Which
I'm going off if you're spending
gravity
hundreds,
itself is a theory at this point.
I'm going off. You're spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a television show that you're going to go out and we're not even talking for mainstream TV. We're talking about for YouTube or these guys that call themselves investigators of the Squatch, and they're putting hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you look at their gear, the shit that they're using, right? And then they go out and then they say that this thing is in a part of the woods. Not a one of them are sitting out heat signature cameras. Not a one of them are trying to track. Like it's all just military-based stuff at finding the predator, right? The animal, the subject.
Yeah, I guess just the whole thing is I don't have the kind of confidence that you do to be able to say anything's 100%. I don't think I would want it. Like when you say something is 100% certain, no matter what it is, something is 100% for sure, something is 100% not for sure, you stop wondering. And you kind of shut yourself off from stuff.
I just block that kind of shit out of my brain. To be just after I go into it, I'm just like, and I'll tell you what, man. If somebody comes along and finally grows a pair of balls, that's out in the fucking woods hunting, and takes that son of a bitch down, or at least wounds him and gets a blood sample. All right, just one blood sample, a piece of hair, something other than a foot in the ground with a cast from it that's proven to be fake over and over again. Then yeah, I'll start looking at it, going, okay, cool.
But you just made it sound like that wasn't the case because you're like, so 100%, like you say, you lost this.
I'm saying it's
saying
in my world where I'm at with it. Yeah, I'm comfortable with saying it's 100% bullshit.
Yeah, so that's you're at odds. The two things that you say are just at odds.
Yeah,
as you just said, I'm comfortable saying it's 100% this.
Right.
Right after the sentence that you said before, that's an oxymoron.
Okay. I'm 100% comfortable calling it bullshit. If somebody comes out down the road and proves me otherwise, then fine.
Oh, okay.
I'll look at it that way. But otherwise, I'm just going to call bullshit until one of these hunters grows a fucking pair and shoots the bastard. Come on, dude. Think about it.
I do think
all of these stories. I'm just like, what do they all have in common? turn and run, tuck tail and I'm out. And a lot of these are hunters. I don't care if you're out there with a dude, take it down with a 30-30. You don't want to take like 4 rounds. With the all the description they're giving and how big this thing is, it won't take much. Blow its kneecap out. You may not kill it. You're going to wound the shit out of it.
I don't know, but like I don't know. I disagree with you, and that's just all there is to it. Like,
Cheers.
I think,
yeah. But yeah, I mean, back to the films. Yeah, dude, I think those a lot of those films, man, were like I said, they spawned from fucking Blair Witch, which was cool. You're right. VHS was a fucking banger. That was a good one.
First 2 were cool.
First 2 were really cool.
They got kind of lame the further on that they got.
Never saw them.
You should, dude. If you like the horror stuff, you should check them out, man. They're good. It's the first 2.
First 2.
VHS and VHS 2. After that, they get kind of, I don't know, same vein, but like they're reaching.
Yeah. I'm trying to finish Misery.
Dude, Misery was fucking great.
Mm-hmm. That book was good, man.
Ooh, you talk about making it feel real. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a good book. Like I like most of the Stephen King stuff. I think I like the books a little better.
What's up, Michael White? What's up, September? Sorry, I didn't even see that y'all commented in.
You remember?
Yeah, dude, that was Misery was, man, I remember seeing that and just going, oh my God, being so pissed off at that woman, but just terrified for that guy. Whew. I like Stephen King stuff too, man. A lot besides the ones like It, stuff like that. Like his other stuff was great. The Shining, whatever. But
one of his movies that got me, The Langoliers.
Langoliers was fucking awesome. The Thinner was another one.
Did you ever see that fan theory that It and Mary Poppins are the same creature?
Yeah.
It's really interesting because they both only come around once every 27 years and they both get energy from children. The trick is like It's got to get fear energy from children. But Mary Poppins is magical and she gets like laughter and happiness from children, but then doesn't appear to adults. Like it's interesting. It's a lot better worded than I just put.
Michael White says the book was awesome. Movie was great. I hated Kathy Bates' character. She was that good. Yeah. Now, when we do get to go to Canada and we go to Banff, I want us to stay in the hotel up there. Place us a trip.
Yeah. I played lots of gigs at the Stanley.
It's a beautiful hotel.
And I had a fun experience because a couple of the times I got to stay in the hotel after the gig. Like on most of them, there's a little crappy motel that's like across the street kind of thing. But I got to stay in that hotel a couple of times. That's a creepy old building. That's definitely a creepy old building.
AC, what's the creepiest thing you've been through?
The original post office in Fort Worth, the one in downtown Fort Worth.
Oh yeah, the tall one that was also the train station at one point. Yeah, what happened there?
It used to be one of the original cutting edges.
Yeah, I remember. Craig and I were talking about that last night because it became something else after the cutting edge.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe before cutting edge, it was something, and then came cutting edge.
Bluebell plant or something like that.
No, it was a haunted house.
Oh, it was a different type of haunted house.
Yeah, they had it, and then it became the cutting edge, and then it became like a paintball place for a long time. They were running massive like paintball competitions. But anyway, what'd you have happen there?
Oh man, there's just lots of things that I can't explain. Like it's just, you walk into a place and your hair stands up, and you just get really cold and go, yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
A lot of places like that, man. You know what that's called? You know what that feeling of the hair standing up on the back of your neck is? You know what that is?
Yeah, there's a movie for it. It's called Nope.
Oh, wow. Do you know what the actual term is, though? What causes that?
Nope.
Electricians will tell you this. It's called electric magnetic fields. And so a lot of, like up in the north where we have a lot of basements, right? What do people have when they're basements? They have their laundry, right? And usually where the laundry's plugged in is close to like one main circuit that'll go up and run along the top of the ceiling. And most of the time inside those pipes where the electricity is running up to, there'll be exposed wiring, and that exposed wiring causes massive like EMF spikes. And so when people are down there, it feels like somebody's watching them, or makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck kind of deal. So in old buildings, it falls to the same thing. And so people get that feeling. So if you were to have that meter in your hand, as electricians do, and that's how they find it, and it jumps from 0 up to like 10 or 15, that's where okay, in this area here, there's the spike. I got to find this. But that's what causes that feeling. So if you're ever in a place that's kind of spooky and you're feeling that shit's set up into the back of your neck, just know that's kind of what it is. But there is a feeling beyond that where you start going, okay, I am definitely not alone in here. Like, when somebody else is in the room, or you shouldn't be there. Kind of deal.
Oh, they did a study. They did a study where they had people sit in a room, and there was another room. There's this glass wall, right? And then they had the person facing away from the glass wall, and then they had an observer in the room. And the observer would not look at the person and then would look at the person, right? And they would ask the person that is being watched or not being watched, hey, are you being watched right now? Right?
Oh, wow.
And it was 50-50 shot, right? That they get it right. And people got it right like 85% of the time.
Oh, wow.
That they knew when somebody was watching them.
That's crazy.
Well beyond chance. Yeah, it was really interesting.
Michael White says it's called pylo erection. Mm-hmm. Is that right? Am I saying that right? Called pylo erection. Hair standing on end from this master electrician. Oh, okay. Yeah. Pylo erection. Wow. Well, guys, I know we've run this a little bit long, but thank you guys for joining us on this episode 13 of Blood in the Water podcast. We're going to end it with our sponsors, Ode 2, and then we're going to get out of here. So thank you guys for joining us. If you guys came in late, make sure you go back. We had a bunch of trivia questions. Make sure you get involved and comment in the comments below. And we will see y'all next week. This Saturday, we're going to be at the Rhinestone Saloon, downtown Fort Worth Stockyards. We got Avery Stinnett, who's going to be opening the show. And make sure you come down there. It's a stock show, so it's going to be one big blowout of a party night. And then the following weekend, we're going to be in Granbury, and we're going to be out at the all brand new, the Bayou Granbury. So it is their soft opening. It's a BYOB show, but they are reserving tables, all that stuff. They're going to have food, all that good stuff for you. So if you want to drink, bring your own booze and come out and see the show. I'm not sure what the weather is going to be on that day, but weather pending, whether they're going to be outside or inside. The weather's changing. Yesterday was absolutely gorgeous. Today it got cold, and next week is supposed to get back down into the 40s and 20s again. So we'll see. So thank you guys for joining us, man. And we will see y'all on the flip side. Here's a word from our sponsors. This band and our podcast couldn't be possible without these folks. So without any further ado, here is a shout out to our sponsors. Pure Body Benefits is passionate about delivering exceptional client care and advanced skincare treatments. From laser hair removal to rejuvenating facials, their expert team is ready to guide you through your skincare journey. Contact them today at purebodybenefits.com. Multiple studies have shown that acupuncture, either alone or in combination with conventional medicine, can help treat conditions such as back, joint, neck, shoulder pain, or internal like digestion, anxiety, stress, fatigue, sleep, or skin health, depression, inflammation, weight loss, etc. If you want help with any one of these things, make sure you get a hold of modernacupuncture.com. They're located in Fort Worth, Texas, in the Alliance area. If you like getting into competitions for fishing, well, go no further. Please check out BassChamps.com. Bass Champs, Texas' #1 tournament. These guys are the #1 in leading tournaments all over the place, so make sure you check them out at BassChamps.com. Located only 15 minutes from Denton and Fort Worth, the Mule Barn in Justin, Texas, takes pride in treating every person like locals. Whatever walk of life you come from, what everyone wants: delicious food, world-class entertainment, and cold drinks. So if you haven't been there and you're close by, make sure you go check out the Mule Barn in Justin, Texas. You can find them at mulebarntexas.com. I've been playing at this place for more than a decade. Folks, it doesn't get much better than when you go to the Blue Bayou in North Fort Worth. You talk about a backwoods gym. This is it. If you're looking for the real Texas experience, live music, great food, southern cooked, feel at home, feel like you can just watch the ball game, get a steak,
get food, whatever it is you want. You want to see live music? They've got it 7 nights a week. So make sure you go out and check out the Blue Bayou, located at 12670 Morris Dido Newark Road, Fort Worth, Texas, and follow them on Facebook. All right, let's get on with the show. Here's our next episode of Blood in the Water.